The gossip monger, a shadowy figure draped in a cape of newspaper clippings, with the power to spread rumors and create chaos. An employee looks taken aback upon hearing whispered secrets. The temperature tyrant. This villain can alter office temperatures to extremes. Employees are seen struggling to cope, shivering on one side and sweating on the other. The overcaffeinator, a villain with a design resembling a giant coffee mug, causing employees to be jittery and restless. An employee struggles to keep her composure, paper scattering due to her shaky hands. The distraction dynamo, dressed with flashy lights and loudspeakers, this villain diverts attention with ease. Employees are visibly distracted, unable to concentrate on their tasks. The overbooker, with a calendar-themed attire, this villain double books meetings, causing chaos in schedules. Employees rush between conference rooms, overwhelmed by overlapping appointments. The chatty colleague, adorned with speech bubbles, this villain constantly engages others in endless small talk. An employee seems frustrated, unable to focus due to the continuous chatter. The pessimistic projector, wearing a costume with downward graphs and red arrows, this villain spreads doubt and negativity about projects. Employees appear concerned as they discuss a project's prospects. The out-of-order outlaw, clad in broken office equipment signs, they ensure equipment remains non-functional. An employee struggles with a photocopier marked out of order, with a villain smirking nearby. The lunch thief, disguised in a refrigerator-like attire, they are infamous for stealing lunches. The feedback phantom, an elusive villain shrouded in shadows, known for giving vague feedback. Employees appear puzzled trying to understand the cryptic notes they've received. The procrastination pusher, wearing a costume that resembles a pause stopwatch, this villain induces procrastination. An employee is seen daydreaming at her computer, seemingly under the influence of the villain's lazy spell. The desk-bound drill sergeant, in a militaristic uniform, they enforce strict seating times and deny breaks. Employees are depicted sitting rigidly, fearful of taking breaks with the villain patrolling around. The conference call cacophony, entangled in headphone wires and microphones, this villain induces feedback and echoing during virtual meetings. An employee is depicted wincing as her online meeting is disrupted by the chaos. The phantom pager, dressed in retro pager designs, they send random, perplexing pages to employees. An employee is shown checking an unexpected page with a look of confusion. The coffee machine crasher, donning a metallic costume that mirrors a coffee machine, they ensure the machine breaks just when it's needed most. Employees appear dismayed as they find the machine non-functional. The unending notification nuisance, adorned with flashing notification icons, this villain sends relentless irrelevant notifications. An employee seems stressed as her device is continuously bombarded with alerts. The silent signal slayer, this villain, cloaked in a costume resembling cell tower signals, can weaken or cut off mobile connectivity. An employee is depicted trying desperately to find a signal on his phone. The unsynced updater, covered in mismatched software icons, this villain triggers software updates at the most inconvenient times. An employee looks exasperated as her software begins an unexpected update right before a crucial presentation. The browser bogger, adorned with outdated browser logos, they cause web pages to load at a snail's pace, or not at all. An employee looks visibly impatient, waiting for a web page to load. The chair chomper, designed like an office chair with menacing teeth, this villain ensures seating discomfort. Employees are shown constantly adjusting their positions in search of comfort. The password perplexer, covered in a jumble of letters and numbers, they make employees forget passwords or lock them out. An employee appears exasperated as she attempts multiple password combinations. The sticky note storm, enveloped in colorful sticky notes, this villain causes essential reminders to be lost among trivial ones. An employee looks stressed as his workspace is overwhelmed with sticky notes. The task multiplier, with a design of multiplying digital windows, this villain amplifies workloads by duplicating tasks. Employees appear daunted as their screens show a surge of multiplying tasks. The break breaker, in a costume resembling a shattered clock, they ensure break times are frequently disrupted. An employee is shown trying to take a break but faces continuous interruptions. The office supply saboteur. Enveloped in various office supplies, this villain ensures essential supplies always go missing. An employee is depicted searching for a pen, with the villain craftily hiding them. The muted microphone menace. Designed like a muted microphone symbol, they mute employees during crucial virtual meetings. An employee is shown speaking animatedly, unaware he's on mute. The phantom fire drill fiend. Cloaked in fire alarm designs, they set off unnecessary fire drills. An employee looks perturbed evacuating the building, only to find out it's another false alarm. The parking lot pillager. Adorned with a parking meter and full sign, this villain occupies the best parking spots. Employees are portrayed walking from distant parking areas, looking fatigued. The desk plant devourer. This villain has the power to make office plants grow wildly. An employee is depicted being startled as his one small desk plant turns into a massive vine. The phantom post-it puzzler. Adorned in a costume of scrambled post-it notes, they rearrange notes into nonsensical messages. An employee reads a baffling message, seemingly puzzled by its content. The keyboard kraken. Emerging from a tentacle-covered keyboard, they make keyboards type autonomously. An employee appears horrified as her keyboard types a bizarre message on its own. The gravity-defying coffee spiller. Floating amid suspended coffee droplets, this villain causes inexplicable coffee spills. An employee watches in shock as his coffee seems to defy gravity. The hovering hoverboard harasser. This villain zips through office aisles on a futuristic hoverboard, distributing outdated memos at high speeds. An employee is shown ducking as old memos fly past. The mysterious mug multiplier. Cloaked in ceramic patterns, they cause coffee mugs to multiply out of nowhere. An employee is depicted looking stunned as his desk becomes a tower of identical mugs. The bizarre bubble wrap bouncer. Wrapped entirely in bubble wrap, this villain disrupts office silence with sudden pops. An employee appears taken aback by the unexpected noise as the villain bounces around. The uncontrollable unicorn updater. With a shimmering unicorn horn and vibrant mane, they change computer wallpapers to dazzling unicorn images. An employee looks startled as his presentation suddenly showcases a sparkling unicorn. The perpetual peanut butter plasterer. This villain is smeared in peanut butter and leaves peanut butter fingerprints everywhere. An employee discovers peanut butter smears on an important report, looking quite exasperated. The confounding confetti cannon. Carrying a giant confetti cannon, this villain blasts confetti during serious office moments. Employees appear startled as a meeting is interrupted by a surprise confetti shower. The wacky window washer. Equipped with squeegee arms, this villain is known for smudging freshly cleaned windows. An employee looks dismayed as she observes fresh smears on a window. The phantom phone phantom. A ghostly villain responsible for ringing phones with no one on the other end. Employees appear confused as they answer their phones, only to be greeted by silence. The baffling bread bandit. Wrapped in various bread loaves, they replace office supplies with bread items. An employee is shown trying to write, but instead of a pen, she holds a baguette. The silly string strategist. This villain ambushes employees with silly string during serious moments. An employee is depicted in shock as he's doused in silly string during a presentation. The mischievous marker muddler. Adorned in dried-out marker designs, they ensure whiteboard markers always run dry. An employee is shown trying to write on a whiteboard to no avail. The quirky quill quester. This villain replaces modern pens with messy old-fashioned quills. Employees are shown attempting to write with these quills, spilling ink all over. The bumbling bubble blower. They trap unsuspecting employees inside massive bubbles. An employee appears astonished as he finds himself encapsulated in a giant bubble.